Hey guys, Christina from Dessert for Two here. Today we're making whiskey bread pudding. The first step is to start by toasting some pecans. We're gonna butter toast them. So you need a tablespoon of butter, add it to your skillet, turn your skillet to medium heat. To this, we add a 1/4 cup of pecans. Let those melt in the butter and toast. When they're ready, they will be nice and fragrant. They might have some dark edges to them, that's perfectly fine. Just keep an eye on them, you don't want them to burn. It takes about 10 minutes to toast the pecans. When they're done, they'll have some little brown places on the edges, but they'll be very fragrant. Your nose will know when they're done. When they're done, I want you to pour them in a bowl immediately to stop the cooking process. If you leave them in this pan, they might burn. We're gonna set these aside and let them cool, and we'll use them later. The next step is to make the custard. The custard is the most important part of a bread pudding. It's what the bread cubes soak in and soak up all of the flavor. So our custard starts with 2 tablespoons of melted butter. To that, we're going to add equal parts heavy cream and milk. Then we need a 1/4 cup of sugar just to sweeten things up a little bit. And we're going to use a whole egg in here, plus an egg yolk. Okay, let's get this whisked together. Okay, now we need to spice it up. We're gonna use a little bit of cinnamon, and then I want to add some nutmeg. Then every good custard needs plenty of vanilla. And then I add a little almond extract. I really think that's what sets this bread pudding apart. If you do not have it, then just use double the vanilla. Okay, that is our custard. Now we need to move on to the bread. I'm using sourdough bread here, just 3 slices. You need about 2.5 cups. For me, for this size loaf, it's about 3 slices of bread. Slice your bread slices into about 1-inch cubes. Doesn't have to be perfect, but a serrated knife makes it so much easier. Add all of your bread cubes to your custard mixture. Give it a little stir. You want these guys to soak up all of this custard. Leave the bread cubes for about 5 minutes to soak on the side. While those soak, you can prep your pan. Spray each cup very well. Evenly divide the bread cube mixture between your muffin cups. At first though, just make sure the bread is evenly divided, and then we'll go back through and even out the custard levels. So don't worry about that part so much. All of the bread cubes have been evenly divided between the cups. So we're going to divide the rest of the custard in them too. They should come about 3/4 of the way up the sides of the pan. Now, these go into a 325-degree oven for 20 minutes. Let's make the whiskey sauce that goes on top. To the same pan that we used for the pecans, go ahead and add dark brown sugar and some heavy cream. Turn your heat to medium, let this come up to a full boil. Boil it for 2 minutes, and then turn off the heat and add the whiskey. Just a splash. And this is your sauce for the bread pudding. The bread puddings have been baking for about 20 minutes. It's time to spread some pecans on top. Slide them back into the oven. They're gonna bake for about 7 to 10 more minutes. When they're done, they'll be nice and golden brown and very puffy. These look so perfect. All that's left is our whiskey sauce. These are so good. I hope you make these for the whiskey lover in your life. For the full recipe, visit dessertfor2.com.